Well, hello my friends, how are you today? Doing a video here on Friday night because I'm getting out of here early to go to Pensacola tomorrow, and I'm pretty stoked to get out of town for the weekend. Finished up my walking a little while ago, came in and just finished meditating about 15 or 20 minutes ago, so I thought that would be the perfect time to do the video for the week, which is how meditation enhances my raw food diet and my life. This one is just, this one's just coming from my perspective. I'm not reading anything. I didn't look up anything. This is just basically how my practice unfolds for me. When it comes to the food, I know I don't want, and like I say, there's nothing woo-woo about this. I find meditation very scientific. And I think the perception of it being something mystical and woo-woo comes from people that have never experienced it a little bit before. Basically, all meditation is quieting down, becoming like, and it's not necessary. It's not about, and like I say, all of this is just from my perspective for me. It's not about trying to stop all the thoughts in your head. It's just about being aware. It's always about being aware. The idea for this video kind of came to me over meditation sessions, you know, where I was sitting there and I was just realizing what I was doing. And I was realizing what I was getting more in tune with my body. There's a couple of, I do some guided meditation. Sometimes I just do it free form and just, you know, focus on my breath. But there's some guided meditations where we do a body scan and we go all the way from the top of the head to the bottom, to our toes, and we go back and forth, and you really check in with your body there. Well, I just feel like in general, over the course of the time that I've been meditating, it's been almost about a year and a half now, that I've just gotten even more in tune with my body, and I think this helps me with that intuition that I talk about, just kind of knowing what I need for my body. And like I say, once again, I've done this for a while, so I'm not going just strictly. I don't mean that when I'm talking about that. I don't mean strictly you just jump in with both feet and think you can start listening to your body, but I've been doing it for a while, and you kind of develop that as time goes on. And I've noticed with my meditation practice over the last year and a half is I'm just more aware because I'm quieter. When you go to a quieter place inside your body, inside your mind, it's not like you're checking out. It's like you're actually checking in. When you go to this quieter place, you're a lot more introspective. You can actually intuit, you can see, you can feel what's going on in your body because you get real quiet. You get real quiet. I know I'm going to try to put this in language that is understandable because a lot of it's just experiential. You got to feel it to really understand it. But like I say, it's just gotten me more in tune with my inner self, with my awareness of my body. And I just know more than ever over the last year and a half that my raw food diet is right for me, the way I'm doing it. Doesn't necessarily mean that I say that. I'm not saying I'm having some sort of intuition or voices telling me I'm doing it perfectly. I don't think we're ever going to do anything perfectly, and I think what it's telling me is you're doing the best you can right now. You're getting good results from it, and a lot of it's just, you know, like just keep kind of following that intuition and see where it leads, because I have no doubt that you know, there will be 2 years from now there will probably be differences to how I eat than there are now. But yeah, and like I said, I don't think I'm doing that great a job of really explaining it because once again, you kind of just have to feel it. But when we go to a quiet place, we find answers. When I just go to that quiet place, I just find a certain contentment that tells me I'm on the right track. And I can access that quiet place all the time. It's not a matter of formal sitting. Like, your practice is more to take out into day-to-day life. It's not necessarily about the 15, 20 minutes or hour, however long someone might sit. It's about, you know, taking this practice and using it in daily life. So I check in with that all the time, you know, more so with the food in just day-to-day life. When you have stress, like the large part, for the most part, have a mindfulness meditation practice, which is basically just about awareness, from my understanding after a year and a half. You know, I don't try to put too many rules with it. I don't try to go with any certain forms. To me, it's just being aware. Like a lot of times my meditations is as simple as awareness of the breath, awareness that I'm breathing in, awareness that I'm breathing out. And I can use that tool all the time. Anytime I have any anxiety whatsoever, I go to that place. I slow my breathing down. You know, there's definitely science to that, because, you know, it's slowing down your, like, it's slowing down your heart rate, it's slowing down your nervous system. If you ever think about this, when you've ever been angry, when you're scared of something, you're breathing fast, your heartbeat is going rapid, and that just amps the situation up. In most any situation, you know, if you were just, anytime I feel any anxiety, I just take it, you know, I just try to really become aware of that breath. I don't necessarily try to lead the breath and make it deep, like, ooh, I'm gonna take deep breaths, but I just kind of try to, you know, settle. Sometimes I don't have that much time, you know, maybe it's not a place where I can, but I just check in with myself a little bit, and, you know, I just remind myself, I go to that place. It's like I have a home. You know, my meditation practice, or where I go during my meditation practice, is that home base where you go check in with yourself. And I've learned to take that with me, and I can go visit that that little place anytime, you know, I need to, anytime things are closing in on me. And believe me, I've had to go to that place a lot of times over the last 2 months. Not so much because of any other thing other than just, you know, like, it just threw my life into chaos. Yes, you know, I was worried about my mom. She's doing better now. She's not going to come out of the nursing home because she's not walking, and her legs just aren't, she just can't walk anymore. But she's doing a lot better, not in any pain. But just her actual condition was, you know, causing me anxiety. The financial part of it was kind of starting to cause me a little anxiety, thinking about the years ahead. You know, just kind of not necessarily missing going back to Costa Rica, because that's not a thing. I mean, you know, family's more important and stuff, but just the simple fact that I'm in a very strange place. I don't know anybody. I have no I won't say no, but very little human contact here, no conversation. So yeah, I've had to, and my practice has been what has been my anchor. That's the best way to put it. The breath can be our anchor. If you can learn how to make that breath your anchor, it's one of the most powerful things, little tools you can carry around with you. But yeah, definitely it all kind of, you know, works together. I don't know what enhances what. You know, the raw food. Even though I dabbled with meditation in the past, the raw food probably gave me the clarity to come to a meditation practice. And, you know, I was 4.5 years into the raw food diet when I started meditating on a regular basis. But I can just feel over the last year and a half, you know, have taken a little bit, how do I say, a deepening. There's been a deepening, you know, of just like contentment. Contentment is a really good word. I mean, I'm just kind of like, I'll finish it up with this. It just makes me not so much thinking about even my life, and it's tough, and that's an ongoing practice. I try not to think, okay, this is terrible, this is good. We just come to accept what is, what's in front of us. And when I say accept what is, I don't mean we don't ever try to better our situation, but when we come to where we're okay with the outcome of situations, when we're okay and we can trust that everything's going to be all right, when we've done everything we can, then that's all we can do. And and I'm telling you, the two, if you're even remotely interested in a raw food diet, if you've been doing this for a while, and you don't have to do the type I do, you don't have to do a formal meditation practice, but I would highly encourage you to find something, meditate, like some sort of meditation you like, because it'll bring a lot to your life, and it'll help you out a lot. So I don't feel like I did too good a job explaining that one today. Maybe it's too, maybe your personal practice is too personal to put into words or whatever. But anyhow, hope you guys were able to take something out of that. But bottom line, it just brings me a lot of contentment, lets me know everything's going to be all right, and no anxiety necessary. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. If you like this one, please give me a thumbs up. Love you very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.